Yo, what's up? It's Greg Santos. I'm out here in West Palm Beach, Florida. I am taking Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny, his signature event out here in West Palm. He only does it twice a year, and I paid $3,500. Actually, I paid more, like $4,500. I paid a good amount of money to be here. It's a 6-day event. Each day goes on for a very minimum, like 10 hours. It's usually like 10 to 12 hours. It's very intense. You're dancing all day. You're learning so much. And if you don't know who Tony Robbins is, I highly recommend Googling him. If you're looking for a change in your life for the better, he is definitely the guy that can do that. I will say that his stuff on YouTube isn't that great. If you're really looking for some kind of lasting change in your life, you might want to buy an audio program, specifically Personal Power, maybe The Ultimate Edge, but he does have a lot of them depending on what kind of change you're looking for in your life. But yesterday was day one, and I just want to review each and every single day and just kind of give some kind of value, tell you what I'm learning, and the whole end goal of this is to see if my goals of getting what I want from this event, paying $4,500 for it, is it going to give me what I've been looking for, the change in my life that I've been searching for the past few years. So day one was preparation day. He really just went over stuff that he goes through in his regular event, which is called Unleash the Power Within. That's a 4-day event, and yesterday he really went through everything in a nutshell. But I did get some kind of insight or a change of mindset, really, just for one segment he did, and I really enjoyed it. It did change my mindset on something. And he was saying that problems are a gift, and the problem with people is that we think that we shouldn't have problems. And he was saying that the only people who don't have problems are those who are dead, those who are in the cemetery. And we look at problems as problems when we really should be looking at them as gifts. I'm sure you at one point or another have gone through some kind of tragic event in your life, and because you went through that, you are now a much stronger person. It was hell going through it, but it was perhaps the greatest gift of your life. And I have a few events like that. Moving from LA to Moreno Valley, if you don't know, it's a 55-mile distance, which isn't that big of a deal. But when you're just graduated high school with no license and you're away from all your friends, it is kind of a big deal. I did face a lot of loneliness, and it really sucked. But I will say that I'm not the person I am today if it wasn't for that, and I'm so glad I went through that. It was emotional hell, but I loved it. I love it now. And he was also talking about blaming others. There's a lot of stuff that's out of our control, and someone might have done something to hurt us, and we blame them for hurting us like crazy. And he was saying is, blame them elegantly, blame them with a purpose, I guess. Like, think about it. It's because of this person that you've grown spiritually, you've grown into a better person. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be the person you are today. For example, when I was in high school, I was dating this girl, and we went to this party together, and she ended up like making out with another dude at the party, and it was actually really traumatic. It really sucked. But and I didn't know how to handle that, and all my friends were there. It was like the first party, like all my friends were there. It was really crazy, and I didn't know how to handle that. So while they were making out, I actually ended up punching the guy in the head. Right? Really hurt my hand. It was a very traumatic experience. It haunted me. I thought about it every single day for like 2 years. And it really sucked because thinking about it, it really did hurt my trust with women because of that. I was a lot more jaded, a lot more guarded with myself. I didn't want to get too close with other people. But that was a pretty amazing gift in my life because of that. I wanted to distract myself. I wanted to become better. I thought, how can I become a better man to where that's not going to happen in the future? And how can I become so much better to where I can attract a mate who wouldn't do that to me? Or it just inspired a drive in me. And it could be that event. I'm thinking about it, and I want to link the event. I've never really been much of a reader, a person who is into personal development. I just kind of, I guess I stumbled upon it. But I think what really pushed me forward is that I wanted to make myself so much better where I can attract the person that I want to attract, pretty much. So I guess that traumatic experience was actually a blessing in disguise. And anyway, so that was day one. It was really, really amazing about connecting with yourself spiritually and blaming people elegantly and looking at problems differently. And so that was day one. Day two, I'm not sure what today is about, but I'm really excited, and I will report how that's going.